Boxing fans, here we go. Our gladiators have reached the arena. Let the games begin. Boxing fans, our main event, 12 rounds of action for the IBF Intercontinental and NABO Heavyweight Championship. Your IBF representative, Vaughn LaPrade. Our NABO representative, Mark Reels. Our judges overseeing our main event, Eugene Grant, Robert Grasso, and John Potteray. And our referee, Lindsay Page. Introducing first in the blue corner. He comes to us tonight via Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, from Atlanta, Georgia. He weighed in at 261 pounds, white trunks with black trim. Professional record, 46 victories, 3 defeats, 34 knockouts. Please welcome Mike Grant. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He comes to us tonight from Gliwice, Poland. He weighed in at 217 pounds. He wears black trunks. Professional record, 41 victories, only 1 defeat, 27 knockouts. Please welcome the defending IBF International and NABO Heavyweight Champion, Tomasz "Goral" Adamek.
Your audio at home cannot do justice to what we see here.
Lindsay Page has our fighters' final instructions.
Lindsay Page, the former heavyweight. Hey, this is Alex Ramos from the Retired Boxing Foundation here, Dave. They're all here.
He's done so much for boxers in need as the Retired Boxers Foundation. Boxers looking after boxers. Bless that.
200 amateur fights, 189 knockouts. He belongs in the Hall of Fame.
I already explained the rules to you. I want a good, clean fight, and I want you to obey my commands at all times. Touch him up, go back to your corner until I tell you to come out. Touch him up.
The judges, Robert Grasso, Eugene Grant, and John Portura. I'll be very surprised if they need it tonight. There'll be a knockout tonight, and this should be wild. Get your seatbelts on, folks. Lock up the dogs. Drink another beer. This is going to be wild. Michael Grant will come out flaring. Can Adamek survive the first round? If he does, it's going to be wild. Here we go, round 1. Prudential Center, Newark, New Jersey. The crowd is really into it. The Colonel Bob Sherman, Dave Bundefo, Adamek in black. Michael Grant, the giant. It's certainly David versus Goliath.
He's got a 10-inch reach disadvantage here for Adamek. He's got to try to get inside that jab hand and then do his business. And early on, he needs to move on the angles and then put all of his considerable power into these shots. He's been bulking up. He's 217. And he's pretty comfortable that way.
I'm surprised, really surprised, that Grant hasn't come out doing more. You know, he's got to get that jab, and I thought he'd start firing real power shots. Remember, look for the depth. So far, Grant hasn't thrown a punch. Is he just trying to time one shot here? Adamek knows he's got to stay outside, come in and throw, and get out. This is kind of the way he fought Arreola, and that's all he has to do. He can do this for 12 rounds.
Well, Roger Bloodworth saying before the fight they didn't know how Grant would come out. There'd be 3 different ways. One would that he'd be winging. One would be that he would be standing and waiting. And one would be that he would try to run Adamek over. But we haven't seen that one. We saw the middle one so far.
I mean, he's reaching down. Adamek can crack him with the right hand. There's the left hook. But the right hand is there. Look at that left hand down of Michael Grant.
Michael Grant's never been a big early starter, though, in some of his big fights. I mean, Galata knocked him down twice in the first round.
Yeah, but this kid's only 217 pounds. I mean, I really thought he'd come out blasting. He's got another fight plan that we don't know what it is. But Grant is a very cerebral guy. These are 2 of the nicest athletes you can meet outside the ring. Wouldn't want to be in the ring with either one of them. especially if the Polish press thinks that Adamek is a psycho killer. I'll tell you one thing, I saw him in 2 fights against Paul Briggs and the Australian fighter, and you couldn't ask for better championship fights. You can say Graciano and all of those fights in years gone by, the great Leonard Duran, Hagler fights, nothing topped the Briggs-Adamek fights for pure action. Big left hook. He might have hurt Graham with a left hook.
Yeah, he dipped inside that jab and then fired a big hook. Grant decides to answer in a big way of his own to show that it's not going to be a walk for Adamek in the park here. But that was a nice left hook by Adamek.
Now remember, Grant's punches don't look as heavy because he's such a huge man. But when you're on the end of a 261-pound giant, those punches hurt. But look at this, the left hand down. Adamek chops him on the chin. He digs in, and there's the bell. Ending round number 1, and then they battle. There's the psycho in him. He's not being bullied by Michael Grant. Grant is staggering on his legs, by the way.
He was hurt at the end of that round.
That's Adamek's first round, 10-9. No question. No question at all. This guy has no fear of Michael Grant. He doesn't know what fear is.
Don't take a fight too soon. Understand? He's boxing for a round or two. Once when he backs up, though, when he backs up, then you can come forward. Understand? He backs up, you come forward. Tell him don't get in the fight yet. Keep boxing. Yeah, I know.
After Adamek starts to get to Grant with the right hands and the left hooks, he started to pour it on, and Grant looks a little hurt here. And then the tackle, and so Adamek muscled Grant. We'll see if he sent a message to him.
He sent a message, all right. I hope you heard what Roger Bloodworth said in Adamek's corner. He said, you back him up. When you get him backing up, then attack him. Don't stay on the end of his punches. Wait till you back him up, then attack. Let's see if he executes. Michael Grant, the giant in white. Tomasz Adamek proving in round 1 he's a legitimate heavyweight contender. By the way, he's ranked number 4 by Ring Magazine, number 4 by the IBF, number 3 by the WBO, 5 by the WBC, and 7 by the WBA. He's a top 10 heavyweight, and he's going to be reckoned with in the heavyweight division. This kid can fight, and he's dangerous.
And he's been getting better with every fight and with every major showcase. Every fight that he's had in recent times, he's been able to get up over the top like he did on the road against the good Chris Arreola in California in April. And here he's bringing the speed from a lighter division up to the heavyweight division. He's got enough power to back it up, we suspect.
Well, Adamek, if he stays off that right shoulder by throwing the left hook and stays off the left shoulder, rather, of Grant, he could drop the right hand. Look at Grant's hand. His hands aren't quick enough to hold off the quickness of Adamek. Grant is going to come for one big uppercut and hope that he can land it. If he misses it, it's not going to be any surprise for Adamek because he's looking for it.
Well, Grant has been way too tentative here. As the bigger man, he should be trying to assert himself. He's got 40-some pounds on this guy.
He's got to be looking for one punch. What else can the fight plan be? He can't outbox this guy. Now there's the look of concern in his face, and you still get the psycho killer look in the face of Adamek. This Adamek is a very, very smart, heady fighter, and he's getting better all the time. And in reality, Grant is a perfect opponent for him. A great big giant to get him ready for one of the Klitschko's.
The whole idea, this is the guy with the biggest reach in boxing, probably. And the key is get inside that jab. Tim Smith was telling us that about Grant Adamek when we had a chance to chat with him, get past the heavyweight jab of a big guy. And that's what he's trying to do here with the head movement and his natural quickness. And so far, he's doing well.
Now, in reality, Adamek is not as big a puncher as David Haye, who's the WBA heavyweight champ. And David Haye is a better puncher, and they both have the equal heart, so that would be a great fight. I'd love to see that. Look at this. Adamek, no fear of this guy whatsoever.
When you're the light guy coming up into a heavy division like this, bringing up the light heavyweight and cruiserweight championships with you as you have, the idea is to keep the quickness and just punch well enough. You don't have to be a huge puncher. You just have to be a good enough puncher. And that is what Adamek is moving himself toward because he still has the quickness, and that's a big edge.
Unless Grant thinks he can take some of the steam out of this guy, he's been outboxing the first 2 rounds. Boys, this is something else, huh? I like this fight. Adamek, by the way, has won the first 2 rounds, no question. No question.
So simple, brother. So simple, man. Come on, Mike. Jab your way in. Right hand, left hook. He's right in front of you. He's not even moving his head. He's coming straight in. You understand what I'm saying? Mike, very simple. Every punch you throw, catch it. All right? Uppercut, left hook. Chin down. If you're dropping that left hand, you want to come over top? You're dropping that left hand too much. Right? It's working good for you. Nice deep breath, Tomas.
Very good.
Roger Bloodwood, John Demko.
Here's the head movement of Adamek setting up. Nice shot with the right hand, then the left hook behind it. Starts off with the head getting inside the jab. First he got position, then he got the payoff.
I think Ziggy Rozalski's got himself $1 million guy here, as does Kathy Duva. They're going to make a lot of money with this kid. Unless Grant is laying back to drop that big uppercut that he's trained for. I saw him in training, Dave, where he goes down almost to the, touches his bum to the canvas like Mike Tyson used to, and then he unleashes the uppercut, but he hasn't done it yet. And now can he execute it?
The idea of one punch for him would not be a good idea, generally. I mean, he's got a 10-inch reach advantage. You can make this fight easy. You just double and triple that jab, and you can make a nightmare for your opponent. And that jab has been quiet here for Michael Grant.
It's better in this round, Dave. But Eddie Mustafa Muhammad said, see, there's the power of Grant, where he got Adamek off balance, but he only pushed him on the shoulder. Adamek gets right back under control again. He comes in. When he comes in, I love it. We always talk about the kill zone. When this guy enters the kill zone, he's firing. He's coming to kill.
He doesn't get cheated in the kill zone either. But
no, he doesn't.
But what's good about this, as you observe Adamek, is that he has to be smart coming in here, smarter than against other fighters because of the reach disadvantage. He's got to work once to get inside and then to fight. And it's a big task, but so far, he's doing it well.
I mean, Michael, to me, looks like he's thinking in there. He can't hold him off with a jab unless he doubles that jab. Meanwhile, Adamek makes himself smaller, comes in, blasts the body, then comes back upstairs and just outboxing him. And where's the right hand of Grant? Throw it.
Well, first he has to double up the jab, and then that right hand will even be a better, more viable option for him. The uppercut is also big with Adamek coming in. But you can wait for a big shot, but you need to create chances.
And there you see the power again, but he's only catching him on the shoulder because Adamek is just as quick getting out as he is coming in. And he dips when he comes in, and he's making Grant miss punches. And Grant's just getting outboxed. He can't box with this guy. He's got to pull him. He's got to use power. He's got to lean on him. Lindsey Page, the former heavyweight fighter, third man in the ring. But look at Adamek, body shots. This is scoring on the judges' scorecard. These rounds aren't close. These are easy rounds to score for Robert Grasso and Eugene Grant and John Portura.
It's interesting for Adamek. He is in a muscle division, but he has to hustle first, and that's what he's doing here. He's looking like the cruiserweight and then trying to punch well enough as a heavyweight and doing the job so far.
When is Grant going to throw the right hand? When's he going to dip and come to the uppercut? By the way, Adamek has got a great uppercut too. You notice when he comes in too, folks, that he tucks his chin down. So if he does get cracked, it's going to be high in the head someplace. Not that that couldn't knock you out, but you don't want to get hit in the chin by this big guy. Adamek fighting perfectly. And they continue to fight at the end of every bell. They don't get enough of 3 minutes, these guys. Adamek's round, he's leading 30-27. Hey, by the way, I want to congratulate Daryl Peoples, who's the new president of the IBF. He's one of the real good guys in boxing. Nobody more deserving. This is Roger Bloodwood.
Side to side. And listen, that 2, when you throw that 2-1, that's a good gag for you too, because you're looking for the hook.
Now this is the chess match here. First for Adamek, get inside. Looping shot. They get in grazing fashion. They count. Grant does get him there.